Roper, Williams, and Lee, the Deadly Three, penetrate the secret chambers of an evil island empire.
What do you know about Han? He lives like a king on that island, totally self-sufficient.
A fortress without walls, protected by an invincible army that needs no ordinary weapons. This is Enter the Dragon, the first martial arts film produced by a major Hollywood studio. John Saxon is Roper. He was in it for the money. U.S. karate champion Jim Kelly as Williams. He was there because he had no choice. Black Belt Hall of Fame undisputed martial arts champion and international film star Bruce Lee. His job was to get them out alive.
A warm welcome to They Came From Within, Cult Movie Reviews. Everybody was kung fu fighting. Enter the Dragon, 1973. It's almost beyond comprehension that this venerable action movie celebrates its 50th birthday this year. What's tragically ironic, of course, is that 2023 also marks the 50th anniversary of its star's passing. Bruce Lee was only 32 years old when he died from a cerebral edema on the 20th of July 1973, a mere month before Enter the Dragon went on general release in the United States. Having done various TV and film parts in the US, most notably The Green Hornet, which he played the titular character's sidekick Kato, Lee finally hit the big time with 3 consecutive martial arts flicks back in Hong Kong, namely The Big Boss from 1971, Fist of Fury from 1972, and The Way of the Dragon, also from 1972. And The Way of the Dragon, released in America 1 year after Bruce's death, was to be the only film this gifted individual got to direct. A Hong Kong US co-production, Enter the Dragon was the first martial arts movie to make a massive impact on Western cinema and popular culture. The film amalgamates the kung fu, spy and blaxploitation genres with considerable panache. British intelligence raises concerns about a remote island owned by a mysterious figure called Han, who's portrayed, all too chillingly, by the Chinese actor Shi Qian, suspecting it to be the base for a major drugs and prostitution operation. Bruce Lee stars as Lee, a highly respected instructor at a Shaolin temple. With a martial arts tournament about to commence on Han's Island, Lee is hired to infiltrate the event as a contestant in order to expose Han's lethal activities. The casting in this movie was inspired. After Bruce had found the Australian actor Rod Taylor too tall for the part, the dashing John Saxon was cast as Roper. Every inch a Bond-like character, but with a gambling fixation. And then there's the real-life karate champion Jim Kelly as Williams, an adventurer who provides the super cool blaxploitation angle. Both men ultimately team up with Lee to take on a formidable foe and his private army. It goes without saying that the countless fight scenes, which were choreographed by Lee himself, are spectacular, even by today's post-Matrix standards, and the climactic Hall of Mirrors finale is to die for, quite literally. Preventing the movie from being swept away by its machismo, it was a great idea to have a woman at the centre of the picture's first big action set piece. In an extended flashback, we get to see Lee's sister, Su Lin, played by Angela Mao Ying, fight off several brutes with tremendous flair. The American director Robert Klaus clearly had a predilection for making martial arts movies. He worked with Jim Kelly on 2 further occasions. Firstly, on Black Belt Jones from 1974, and secondly, Golden Needles, which was also from 1974.
Mr. Han?
You fought well yesterday. Your style is unorthodox.
But effective.
It is not the art, but the combat that you enjoy.
The winning.
We are all ready to win, just as we are born knowing only life. It is defeat that you must learn to prepare for.
I don't waste my time with it. When it comes, I won't even notice.
Oh, how so?
I'll be too busy looking good.
What were you looking for when you attacked my guards?
Wasn't me.
You were the only man outside the palace.
I was outside, but I wasn't the only one.
You will tell me who else.
Mr. Han, suddenly I like to leave your island.
It is not possible.
Bullshit, Mr. Handman. Man, you come right out of a comic book.
Among other such titles, Klaus helmed the early Jackie Chan vehicle, The Big Brawl, in 1980, and he took charge of Cynthia Rothrock's breakthrough movie China O'Brien, released in 1990, as well as its swift sequel. It's worth adding that it was Klaus who directed Game of Death in 1978. The movie notable for being built around footage of the late Bruce Lee, lifted from an incomplete 1972 picture of the same name. The Hungarian-born Anna Capri appears in Enter the Dragon as Tanya, the island's madam. Her part seems like a throwaway one, but Ms. Capri invests it with much elegance and charm. It's devastating to know that Anna ended up in a coma following a road accident on the 9th of August 2010, and that she passed away just 10 days afterwards. She was only 66 years old. Along with Bullet from 1968, Enter the Dragon has surely got to be the Argentinian composer Lalo Schifrin's hippest, snazziest film score. Here are a few neat facts you may not already know about Bruce Lee. Although raised in Hong Kong, Bruce was actually born in San Francisco on the 27th of November 1940, appropriately enough in the year of the dragon. Lee had been a famous child actor back in Hong Kong. He majored in philosophy, having studied at the University of Washington. Bruce was nearsighted. In the late 1960s, he gave karate lessons to various celebrities, including Steve McQueen and James Coburn. McQueen and Coburn, such icons of cool themselves, were two of the pallbearers at Lee's funeral. Bruce was buried at the Lakeview Cemetery in Seattle. Returning to the aforementioned Jackie Chan, this Hong Kong action star plays one of the guards killed by Lee in Han's underground lair. Filming took place on the movie between January and April of 1973. Fred Weintraub and Paul Heller served as producers through Concord Production and Warner Brothers, with Golden Harvest being the Hong Kong distributors and Elsewhere being dealt with by Warner Brothers International. I'd like to end my review with a couple of quotes from Bruce Lee's own philosophy. All types of knowledge ultimately mean self-knowledge. And knowing is not enough, we must apply. Willing is not enough, we must do. Enter the Dragon was filmed almost entirely in Hong Kong, and it cost only $850,000 to make. In his contemporary review for the New York Times, Howard Thompson put it perfectly. He wrote, "The picture is expertly made and well meshed. It moves like lightning and brims with colour." Adding that, on an adventure level, the performances are quite good. The one by Mr. Lee, not only the picture's superstar killer, but a fine actor as well, is downright fascinating. Mr. Lee, who also staged the combats, died very recently. Here he could not be more alive. Well put, Mr. Thompson. The article was dated the 18th of August 1973. My name's Stephen Archibald, and thank you very much for listening to my podcast, They Came From Within, Cult Movie Reviews.
I'm hoping you'll join us, represent us in the United States.
You want me to join this?
Roper, Williams, and Lee. Just when they think they've broken the secret of the island, they find there is no escape from the inscrutable Han. Warner Brothers presents Enter the Dragon, where the world's greatest martial arts athletes meet the ultimate challenge with the most ancient and deadly of weapons, the human body. Enter the Dragon from Warner Brothers.